G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an Instigating boxing glove. Probably not the most expected unarmed weapon to turn up first, but yes, the strength build has finally become powerful enough to absorb yet another weapon type. This is going to be the last weapon type that I'm going to be using with the strength build, that being unarmed weapons. Anyway, so what we've got here is a base damage of 100, which seems unusually high for what it is, but yeah, there's actually a reason for that, and we'll get into the build just a little bit later, but for most part, unarmed weapons work a little bit differently than melee weapons, and that is because of their inherent limitations. Sitting here doing 100 damage, also we've got some cool legendary effects, Instigating and Swing Speed. Basically, Swing Speed is like the TSC, I guess pre-patch TSC sort of thing, with unarmed or melee weapons, which is actually really powerful, but 100 base damage with no perks added, which is actually kind of cool. So moving into the perks here, you'll notice that I've already got a bunch of perks already selected, and basically all the perks I need to add to give this thing more damage would be Iron Fist and also Bloody Mess. Now, because unarmed weapons like this one can actually be used within power armor, that's actually changed how the whole damage scaling works. So obviously Iron Fist gets you plus 20% more damage. There's no expert or master Iron Fist, that's what you're stuck with. Now that is why this thing did 100 damage without any perks added to it. It sort of scales up for you so you can actually do damage with these. So the main sort of thing when it comes to unarmed weapons is survivability. Obviously you can jump in power armor with melee weapons and go to town with those. You have heaps of protection. But for unarmed weapons it's a little bit different. So that is why I've chucked on Barbarian. That'll help us tank out a little bit more damage. A very useful perk all around, but definitely more useful for an unarmed build where you can't have the protection of power armor. You've got Bandolier, that's just to carry on ammo, that's not really important. We've got Blocker here, which makes us take less damage from melee attack, which is going to be useful because we're going to be up in people's faces anyways. I hope this encompasses being bashed by a guy with a gun, but I don't think that's going to be the case, but they don't do a whole lot of damage anyway. It's just the stagger that's annoying about that. Incisor, this one just says melee weapons, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that melee weapons encompass both unarmed and melee weapons in the game, because they wouldn't put in unarmed and melee weapons, ignore blah blah blah. That's just too much text. Obviously it's a lot better just with that, so hopefully that's how it works. And we've also got martial artists because that'll make us swing faster, so we're going to be punching very fast like old mate Bruce Lee. Now because of that extra tankiness given by Barbarian, I've actually chucked on Radical. Instead of 2 ranks of Rejuvenated, we've actually got Radical, so with heaps of Rads we'll be gaining ourselves a lot of strength, which means more damage output. Glow Sight will help us take on those things easier, and Concentrated Fire probably doesn't do a lot for unarmed weapons, but there's really not a lot else I could put there. Anyways, moving over to Intelligence, obviously Nerd Rage is what we want, and to make this thing last longer whilst punching people, Makeshift Warrior is the way to go, and the basic Ninja Stealth Unyielding build is going to be encompassing what is happening in Agility right now. Obviously Adrenaline is going to be very useful for boosting our damage. Synergizes very well with the high base damage already, which of course synergizes well with the Instigating effect, so if you can run up and, you know, crit people with the first hit while sneak attack critting them, yeah, it's a lot of damage. Obviously Bloody Mess gives us a little bit more damage, and to keep our criticals coming in a little bit quicker, we're going to chuck on Critical Savvy. So there you go. We've had to take a little bit more time to explain the build because I've never actually used unarmed weapons in a video before, so a little bit of informativeness for you. Anyways, with all of those perks we get 138 damage. The weapon card's broken, which is less than a hardened hunting rifle with all of the rifleman perks, but not too far off. How much we have? 22 damage. That's not bad for a boxing glove. In terms for modifications on this weapon, there's not a whole lot going on. It's basically the same thing as what it was in Fallout 4. I've got the spiked one on. You can't see it here because I applied it through an external mod, and the damage is so high because I'm not recording this specifically in order, but yep, that's your modifications. So upgrade punch ring and spiked, which has all the bolts and wing nuts on it, so yeah, looks like it's sort of painful, right? Okay, so here are my buffs thus far. We can do a lot better though. We've got a couple of things in our inventory that'll help us out. Firstly, if I want to see if Glowing Meat Steak, which gives you more melee damage, if that works with unarmed weapons, and if it does, I'm gonna safely assume that you can get Yep, that works. So I'm going to assume that Incisor works with these weapons as well. Anyways, so that's pretty good. We can increase our damage a little bit with that. We've also got some Stingwing Fillet. That'll give us 2 more strength. So with that applied, we get a little bit more damage, 161. Obviously, we're outpacing the damage for a hunting rifle at this point with the hard receiver full rifleman perks, which is pretty good. And of course, a big old elephant in the room, Nuka Shine, which is somewhere here. So yeah. Decreases. Oh wait, we need to wait until that ages into vintage Nuka Shine. Okay, we'll show that off a little bit later then, but I think 161 damage is going to be quite enough for this. And in fact, what I'm going to do here is quickly top up my water so we get increased AP regen since we're not getting as much. 1 punch, 1 kill, times 2, and adrenaline is building, so is our damage. Stealthy goodness, stealthy punchy, dead super mutiny. Very, very good with the instigating effect for a stealth build, that's for sure. Oh, come on, game, I can totally fucking punch him. See, just watch me. Sometimes blats. Yes, it's the combination of blitz and vats. Blats. Sure, I'm going to save time by calling it VATS. Everybody will think I'm a fuckwit, though. Yeah, sometimes Blitz is a little bit dodgy, and you sort of have to remind the game that, yes, you are in punching range, and, wow, these guys just totally gave up, didn't they? Bad super mutants. At least give me a fight, but yeah. It's a little bit silly, but that's a boxing glove. I guess it's Muhammad Ali's boxing glove. He was a good boxer. He would have done a lot of damage with his punches. Okay, let's go ahead and stealth punch some more dudes, eh? Absolutely zero chance whatsoever, and I'll pinch those 5mm rounds. Very, very helpful. And as long as we can keep the stealth going, I'm going to keep this going. Although, we're... Okay, we went back into stealth there as we teleported through those steel beams, so... Pretty clean run so far. I don't even think we took a hit. We took a little bit of radiation damage, however. That's okay, because that's radical in action, which is probably dominant right now. Dead weight in my perk chart, but it'll be used in a second. Oh, we're on, boys. Looks like we've actually got a good spawn here, first off. Last time I had to join a couple of different servers to get the spawns, which was very annoying, by the way. And you saw me for a second and then forgot where I was entirely. These super mutants may have lost their minds a little bit more than other super mutants that have been dipped into the FEV. Alright, let's make this a little bit more interesting. Let's make me a super mutant. A little bit more. People are wondering what happens when you jump into the goo. Okay, that's enough. I've gone too far in a few places. But yes, that's what happens. If you read the terminals, all of the virus has been gotten rid of. It's just dead. Also, that's unyielding and radical damage, boosting our damage output right now. And also, a little bit of agility helps in terms of keeping us nice and hidden, because obviously it gives you a little bit of a bonus to stealth, having that high agility, which makes sense. If I can just squeeze through here, we'll continue to punch everything. I am amazed that we haven't been detected as of yet. We'll keep on going. That's a 2-star glowing doggo. He had a switchblade on him. If that's a swing speed one, that actually might be a solid weapon. It won't be full level, but still, you can probably still do well with it. And a punchy, and a punch, another punch. Hey, it's the one punch woman. Yeah, people talk about that all the time like it's some sort of thing. Is it an anime? It better not be a fucking anime. If you talk about anime in my comment section, I'll fucking ban ya. Alright, another bloke down there. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't really know what kind of pain he's walked into. And now, let's go for the control room. This has been really clean, by the way. I don't think I've been hit at once, and a little bit of lag there, but we recovered by punching him a little bit more. And I believe all that stands between me and the super mutants dying is, well, this little section here, then all the fenced off stuff by the terminal. Ha! He saw us for a second, and we killed him with our instigating effect. Who even needs big old hammers? You can just punch people and they explode like that. I'm actually would have liked to showed off, you know, what kind of tankiness you could get out of Barbarian, but whatever. It's actually quite a lot though. I think it's over 100. Hang on, I'll show you a little bit right now. Go to status, see 266. It makes you very tanky. So yeah, Bethesda actually designed it quite eloquently, though you might not getting as much damage out of it, or of course you don't using the damage perks to actually make use of it, but still. It also makes unarmed a very good secondary thing. So if you've got a bloodied build stealth commando type deal and something comes too close, maybe you've got a bloodied explosive handmade rifle, something comes too close, if you can find yourself a bloodied swing spear deathclaw gauntlet, you're gonna be laughing. Sure, you won't have the oh come on game, you won't have the survivability of the extra barbarian unless you spec into that, but that's probably worth doing actually. 3 in Iron Fist, 3 in Gladiator, you could actually do pretty well with that. I think my stealth commando has 6 points there. Okay, we're finally detected now and we're making really short work of these guys. We missed there. Oh, come on lag, don't be a cunt. Oh, I should stop saying that word. People find that word very offensive. Okay, now that all of the milkshake of the being detected is bringing the super mutant boys to the yard. And damn right, I hit harder than you, man. Okay, are we almost done here? Well, the game says we're in danger still, but there's no angry red compass markers pointed in my direction, so I don't really know. Well, it's another legendary glowing doggo thing. That's another mutant slayer thing. Well, there's one bloke left and I got no idea where he is. Oh wait, no. Thank you, surround sound. I now can hunt down this last super mutant. Are you in here? Oh, it's this bloke. Somehow his doggo managed to move through the door, but he didn't. And with that, a very clean run here, and by not being shot. Wow, okay. Unarmed weapons are something else, aren't they? And somebody told me they were weak. Actually, nobody told me they were weak. Everybody thinks they're pretty awesome. So I guess we'll move on at this point. Maybe that Nuka Shine is vintage. I think I've got one on the Fermenter, so we'll check that out. And if it is, I'll use it for a very special occasion. That is a quick swing speed one too. Hey, any aspiring strength builds want to pinch this off me, let me know. Okay, we'll leave the Nuka Shine and the Fermenter for now, but first of all, we won't need it against these ghouls. They're a little bit squishy, but in a crowd control situation, I think we can probably just one-punch everything. If I find out that I'm referring to an anime, I'm going to be very unhappy with myself. Okay, so, ooh, you can tell that I'm a lot more tanky against ghouls, so if you just, you know, walk in this direction. It's moments like these where I kind of wish I had gun fu, because I'd be able to just like chain one punches on all of these blokes. Except for the fat ass, he took a little bit more damage, but that's to be expected. Did I mention that this thing does a whole lot of damage? Okay, now that we've got ghoul aids, that's a little bit more problematic, isn't it? Yes. You can keep running on that treadmill. Man. This is making short work of anything that I punch with, isn't it? We done. Fuck, that's one of the quickest runs I've had through the ghoul center here. Got ghoul aids because I got hit, but who cares about that? There's the Fountain of Youth around the corner, so whatever. Okay, it is time for the ultimate one-punch nonsense here. So, just taking a quick look at my special here. 37 strength, not bad, pretty good I suppose. We're going to make that better. We're going to make ourselves do even more damage, and just for reference, 448 now. And this is just a boxing glove. We're not even using like a high tier thing like a one of those fists, what's it called, power fist or deathclaw gauntlet. So yeah, none of that nonsense, but we're going to boost it anyway. So we'll chuck on a bobblehead for strength. We'll chuck on a little bit of psycho buff. And last but not least, we'll chuck on Vintage Nuka Shine. We still have all of those buffs from before. Here we go, except for 10% from the thing. And now everything's nice and blue. And with all of that, we're getting ourselves 739 damage. So, with that and a sneak attack critical times 3 against Swan, Just got to edge forward a little bit. Hopefully we aren't taken out of that. Critical activated. Dead instantly. Okay, so I'm only going to be wasted for a little bit, so let's quickly move on. Alright, straight into it. We're going to be punching everything in the shell, in the back, instantly dead. You are instantly dead. And you are instantly dead. I wish I could be like fucking pissed out of my mind fighting giant mutant crabs. I reckon that'd be fucking awesome. Alright, what have we got left? Probably not a lot. We'll just throw a grenade in there just to wake up old mate Queenie. And we've got limited adrenaline. Most of the crabbies didn't bother showing up to work today. 905 damage. Let's get that even higher. Didn't get that instigating effect, so yeah, that's what we were missing out on. But we'll sure as hell get it on him. 988 damage. No, 1012 damage. We've hit over 1k with a boxing glove. Well, there you go. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Probably going to black out soon, but I'm going to try to take out a Scorched Beast anyway. Well, we got ourselves blacked out again and ended up right here. It's like a free fast travel though. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait until those buffs wear off before we can take on a bat. Alrighty, time to kill a bat. Oh, it's level 80. Finally, a level 80 spawn up here. Anyways, so we're going to be doing the regular thing with shotguns and enforcer just to bring the dude down. So taking the opportunity to hit him in the wings is always a nice idea. And we'll get ourselves into nerd rage again when we've contracted fucking ligma from the Scorched Beast, so fuck you for that. And that'll drop our damage down a little bit because of, obviously, you've seen that strength is tied directly into it. And I have to stim pack on my own here because I did take off Born Survivor just because it just wastes all of my stim packs by proccing automatically. So if you could just get yourself towards the ground so I could stop using the shotgun. In fact, I'm probably better off punching these blokes, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's for sure. And looks like old mate has dropped to the ground. We'll get ourselves nice hidden back in a caution. Thank you, escape artist. I think he saw us. He did not see us. We were getting sneak attack crits that whole time. And I think you get the point of this thing. There you have it. The instigating swing speed fucking punching bag glove thingy. Boxing glove. That's the one. So yeah. For a low tier weapon, this thing certainly did really, really well. And ladies and gentlemen, we are scratching the surface when it comes to unarmed weapons. This is like the bottom of the barrel stuff. Could you imagine if we did the same thing with like a bloodied swing speed Deathclaw gauntlet? We'd be fucking unstoppable unless someone shot us with a gamma gun. That's gonna cause problems. But anyways, I think that I think you get the point of this weapon. Unarmed build's pretty fun, so glad my strength build can synergize with it pretty well. Couple of things here and there that I am missing out of. Also, it's like a glove on glove. I'm wearing the Grognak glove and a boxing glove at the same time. It's got to feel stuffy inside the glove. You get real sweaty hands. Eek. Anyways, if you'd like to see this in your game, fuck off. You can't have this. It's mine. Thank you for watching, guys. Although, you could probably hit up Market 76, but again, there are better options for swing speed unarmed weapons, so it's a nice one to look out for if you happen to have a swing speed unarmed weapon in your inventory already. Have a go with it. You might actually like it. But yep, that's enough from me. Thank you guys. I'm out.